Hello and welcome back to the Media Box on the 28th session of the Congress and Local and Regional Authorities. My name is Keely Sullivan and I'm here today with Councillor Harry McGuigan. Councillor McGuigan, welcome.
Thank you very much, Keely.
And just to begin, Councillor, you talked at the debate yesterday that if powers are given to the Scottish Parliament but not shared at the local level, then the true lesson of the referendum would have been lost. And can you just elaborate on what you said, please?
Yeah, well, you've got to understand the Scottish situation. We do want to see more powers devolved to the Scottish Parliament. That's important for us. But at local level, right across Scotland, we have 32 local authorities. The average size of those local authorities is a population of 150,000. Now, that's hardly good for localism, good for hearing what people's opinions are, the aspirations of the people that live in those communities. We want to make sure that devolution doesn't stop at the Scottish Parliament, that devolution is a process that enables engagement with the communities so that we can be sure that we're reconnecting people with the democratic process. That's the fundamental issue that's at stake here. And it's something that we don't want power locally for power's sake. We want to see a situation where we will have the toolkit, if you like, to enable us to use the expertise and knowledge that exists in our communities to better deliver and more efficiently deliver the services.
Right, and can you just elaborate a little more what you mean by the true message of the referendum?
The true, the method of the referendum, or the message, I should say, of the referendum is, I think, that people have drifted away from a belief in politics, especially the centralised politics that exists at Westminster and at Holyrood. They don't feel that their voice is being heard. They don't feel that they are connected with that process. And you've got lots and lots of talented and knowledgeable people in our communities. So we want to make use of that knowledge in an effective way. So that's the key message. Not about power, but about using the talent and resources in our communities to better improve the services for our people.
Right, and you also mentioned this briefly, but in talking about community empowerment work in Scotland, what exactly does this mean for a post-referendum political landscape for Scotland?
Well, once again, you've got to look at what is there at present and ask the question, is that satisfactory to enable us to ensure that people are confident that their voices will be heard? People are confident that their opinions and their aspirations are going to be listened to. So I think that the community empowerment bill is going through the Scottish Parliament at the moment, and for about the last year and a half, I've been negotiating with the Scottish Government on behalf of local government to try and make sure that there is an interaction between the two, that's a healthy interaction between local and between national. If you don't have that, then you're missing out on real opportunities to make things better in our communities. So the Community Empowerment Bill is it's a very aspirational bill. It talks about the importance of localism, but if you talk to some of the people that are working on that bill, they seem to be coming at localism from different perspectives. We want to make sure that localism is well understood and it's absolutely relevant to the hopes and the needs of the people in our communities. Maybe I could put it this way. We want to make sure that the voices of our people are being heard, but not just being heard, being listened to.
Right, right. Okay. And also, just to follow up, you mentioned a non-application of the Charter in Scotland. And last year there was an agreed Congress monitoring report, and has there been any progress on the issue since?
That's a big disappointment for us, that the Monitoring Committee in Congress a year ago approved the report that made it clear that that was something that really had to be addressed. I think the United Kingdom and Scotland are only two of the European countries that haven't implemented the Charter in the full spirit of the Charter. So, you know, we are, and I've pressed it every time I've spoken in the Congress over these last 3-4 days, I've made that point. It isn't as if we're saying this is a panacea for everything, but what it does do, it legitimises locality, it legitimises local authority, local government. It ensures that, you know, that they are recognised constitutionally. Tomorrow morning, the Scottish Parliament could take a decision to say, look, local authorities, we're closing you all down, cheerio, on you go. There is nothing in the Constitution to provide the defence and protection that is needed. And local authorities are the governance bodies that are closest to the community. But we've got to make sure that devolution doesn't just go down to local authorities and then, you know, we're in control here now. We've got to make sure that reaches further into our communities. And that's the big challenges, I think, that we face.
Right, and I wanted to thank you for your time, Councillor.
Keely, thank you very much for talking to me.